The question, why are we here, has puzzled humans since the beginning of time. It's a question that's as simple as it is profound, and one that opens the door to a vast range of ideas about purpose, meaning, freedom, and even despair. Whether we're looking up at the stars or contemplating our lives in quiet moments, the question is universal. Some philosophers and spiritual leaders have tackled it with answers that bring hope and clarity, while others have focused on the difficulties of human life, reflecting on uncertainty and suffering. Purpose, fulfillment, and growth. One of the oldest and most enduring beliefs is that human life has a purpose, and that discovering or fulfilling this purpose is central to our happiness and well-being. In ancient Greece, Aristotle believed that everything has a purpose, a guiding reason for its existence. He called this idea telos, or final cause. For humans, he argued, our telos is to achieve eudaimonia, or flourishing. This flourishing is a state of balance and happiness that comes from living a virtuous life, developing one's talents, and contributing to society. Aristotle's view encourages us to think of life as something with inherent purpose, a journey of self-improvement and moral growth. To him, a meaningful life is one spent developing and using our unique qualities to become our best selves. Aristotle's ideas continue to resonate today, especially with people who believe in finding purpose by contributing to something greater than themselves. This approach offers a hopeful, structured view of life. It suggests that we are here to grow, learn, and make a difference, and that doing so will lead to fulfillment. Unlike some modern existentialist views that see life as inherently meaningless, Aristotle's philosophy offers the reassuring thought that life has a built-in purpose, a natural order we can tap into by living well. Moving forward in time, Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, brought a modern take to the idea of finding purpose. In his famous book, Man's Search for Meaning, he argued that even in the darkest, most challenging circumstances, people can find meaning in their lives. For Frankl, meaning isn't something handed to us. Rather, it's something we create, especially through our responses to hardship. His philosophy, called logotherapy, is about finding purpose even in suffering. Frankl's idea brings a practical, modern spin to Aristotle's idea of purpose. It suggests that we don't have to wait for a grand mission to appear. Instead, we can create meaning in our everyday choices, relationships, and even in how we handle difficult times. For many people, this offers a way of feeling that life has significance, no matter how chaotic or challenging it may seem. The absurd, suffering, and uncertainty. On the other side of the coin are philosophies that focus on the challenges and uncertainties of life. For many thinkers, life doesn't come with a built-in purpose or meaning. Instead, it's up to us to make sense of it. The French-Algerian philosopher Albert Camus represents this view with his idea of the absurd. Camus argued that life is inherently absurd because humans constantly search for meaning in a universe that is silent, offering no clear answers. In his famous essay, The Myth of Sisyphus, he describes life as a repetitive cycle, much like the myth of Sisyphus, who was condemned to roll a boulder up a hill only for it to roll back down each time he reached the top. For Camus, the fact that life has no inherent meaning can feel bleak, but he also saw it as a source of strength. He suggested that by accepting life's absurdity, we can live fully and without illusions. Instead of waiting for life to reveal its meaning, we can choose to live with courage and passion, despite knowing that we might never find any cosmic purpose. Camus called this defiance against the absurd the revolt, a stance that allows us to live with integrity even if life doesn't come with instructions. It's not exactly comforting, but it's empowering, offering a kind of freedom in knowing we can live as we choose, making the most of the time we have. Søren Kierkegaard, a Danish philosopher often considered the father of existentialism, focused on the anxiety and dread that can come from facing life's uncertainty. He described an experience he called angst, or existential dread, the uneasy feeling we get when we realize we have complete freedom to make choices, but also bear the full responsibility for those choices. This feeling can be overwhelming, leading to what we might call today an existential crisis. The unsettling realization that we are free but alone in making sense of our own lives. Kierkegaard believed that confronting this feeling could lead us to a leap of faith, a commitment to something larger than ourselves, whether that be faith, love, or another guiding purpose. Kierkegaard's view doesn't give us easy answers, but it shows that doubt and uncertainty can be catalysts for growth. His leap of faith is not a solution to life's problems, but a way of moving forward despite them. By embracing the unknown, Kierkegaard suggested, we can live more fully, accepting that there are no guarantees, but finding meaning in our choices nonetheless. Balancing the positive and negative perspectives. Looking at both the positive and negative sides of existence, it's clear that these perspectives are not necessarily in conflict. They reflect different ways of seeing and responding to life's mysteries and challenges. Plato, one of the earliest Western philosophers, believed that there is an ultimate truth and purpose behind life, one that could be understood through reason and reflection. He saw life as a journey of enlightenment, where understanding and knowledge bring us closer to a true purpose. In his allegory of the cave, he described humans as prisoners who, upon turning away from shadows on the wall, can begin to see the truth beyond their immediate perception. Plato's view is hopeful, suggesting that life has meaning and that we can understand it if we seek it earnestly. Interestingly, Buddhist philosophy offers a middle ground that resonates with both positive and negative perspectives. Buddhism teaches that life is filled with suffering, or dukkha, but also that this suffering is something we can learn to understand and ultimately transcend. The Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path provide a roadmap for reducing suffering and finding inner peace, not by denying life's difficulties, but by approaching them with mindfulness and compassion. This perspective doesn't assume a cosmic purpose, but it encourages individuals to live with awareness and kindness, finding peace in the present moment. In the end, the core of existence is a deeply personal journey. We might not have a map, but we have the freedom to explore, make mistakes, and find meaning in the people we love, the things we create, and the challenges we overcome. Perhaps that's the real answer to why we're here, not to discover a grand, universal meaning, but to live in a way that's true to ourselves, understanding that meaning is something we may need to create rather than discover. That's it for now. Thanks to everyone who watched. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more new content. See you next time.